Hello and welcome back to Gnomoria. I have switched the music style to classic, so chiptunes. Obviously, with asking for your opinions, I do tend to record in batches, so it'll be a few days before I get your opinion, and I will probably have recorded an episode or two more than you will have seen by then. So I thought I'd just switch to it, just so you can refresh your memories on what they're like, and just in case those who don't like it, I don't know. I'm going to be switching back and forth for a little bit, just to see if I get used to it as well. So I'll be flitting between one style and the other for a little while. But don't worry, I will take on board what you say, even if it doesn't appear that I have done so yet. Oh, hang on a second. Why are those? Why did those? I don't understand. Oh, it looks like when I made these platforms, it destroyed the ramps. That's a bit annoying. Damn it. But okay, I'm gonna have to review that later. For now, let's get back to what we were doing. Yes, I know there are goblins outside. Hopefully they're killing the mants. If not, those lazy buggers. Why aren't they killing the mants? That's the question. Now, we have a stone carver here who can build pillars and things out of granite rock. So, whilst we're waiting for these things to be built, let's go ahead and designate some rock for them. So, we want stockpile and see, I don't think it's really that important for the stockpiles to be filled, because 32 rock kept up to date should be enough for these guys to do anything that they need to do. But if I make it one line across, then that'll be 32, 64, 96 rock, just stone blocks just sat there not doing anything. And even if there was a rush on statuettes, I don't think they're going to need 96 of them. So what we could do is, for these cases, I'll make one priority stockpile for the, I think this is stone carver. Stone carver blocks. And actually, let's delete that. Back to the beginning. Blocks for stone carver priority. I don't know. What would be the best naming structure, I guess? Yeah, we'll just call it stone carver blocks and then stone carver overflow. So the only thing we want here are stone blocks. We'll take any type of stone block. Later on, if we've got different sorts, then we can look at making different priorities there. And we would like to build a chest here, a crate. Particularly, we would like to build a pine crate. Though it doesn't really matter. Next, we'll designate another area. Well, we will have an overflow for it. And this will be it. Stone carver. Overflow. And this will be priority 9. Now, I did say that I'm going to do most of this off screen, and I probably will. But while we're waiting on other things to be done, I may as well just go and set this up, since it's not really going to get in the way. It does pause the game while I'm doing it, which is a shame, honestly. But it's not that big of an issue. And we'll take a crate, and again, a pine crate if possible. Thank you, please. Now, this is the stone mason. Wow, there are a lot of planks here. What? How? Oh, these must have been what was already there. Okay, so stone mason. Make doors, table, chairs, chisels. We can make chisels. We can make saw blades, knife blades, knives, which require a knife blade and a hilt. We can make a hearth, a mold. I'm not sure what that would be used for. Probably for smelting of some sort. Furnace, and 16 bolts. That's pretty cool, actually. I quite like that. This will be priority, as this is probably one of the more important jobs. I'll make that a priority 2. The stone carver can be a priority 3. No, we'll make it a priority 4 so there's room. And then the stone cutter can be a priority, I don't know, 5, I guess. It can be default priority. Now we've already got some crates being hauled down. Oh, this crate's got nothing in it. That's excellent. Now the prime crates hopefully won't have anything in it because they'll be the last crates that were placed. What's in here? Hopefully only granite blocks. That's excellent. A poorly crafted pine crate used to store various items. Where is birch root made that one? Who made this one? Oh, a finely crafted pine crate. That's worth 10 and this one is worth, just out of curiosity, it's worth 9. Okay, so there's one difference. Right, so that's fine. We've got some places for these stocks to be placed. Now, that's actually kind of cool. Because it gives these things a chance to actually get the proper things they need. Now, this was the mason, so we'll make a 1-tile mason blocks. And make that a 2. And again, make it 4 stone blocks. Let's just check that. Blocks, yeah. And stone carver overflow. Stockpile there. And this will be mason overflow. Now again, I've already explained why I put these priorities here. You can check out the earlier videos if you haven't looked, because it does go into detail. Zachary did give me some amazing advice on how to set up my stockpiles, and I do go over it in an earlier episode, and I probably wouldn't be able to do it justice here. So go check this out, but in brief, it just allows our haulers to prioritize doing things so that every workshop will have some of what they need, rather than them, you know, getting completely zealous about making sure the stonemason has every piece of stone in the entire fort there, whilst the carpenter is having to walk 3 miles to pick up the logs because they haven't been brought to his stockpile for like 2 seasons or whatever. That's a gross exaggeration, but I hope it gets the point across of what I'm trying to do. Right, again, pine crates, please, because these are the most likely not to have anything in them. Now, where are the... stop it. I don't care. I really don't. My caring is at the minimal level right now. What I would like to know is why these are not being dealt with. Where are our... Right, you're sleeping. Okay, that's fine. As he is stockpiling an item. Where is... Exactly. He's stockpiling an item as well. Fairly certain that you shouldn't be. Unless these have defaulted on doing something. Maybe they've got all the benches and stuff they need. And then I just need to wait for this one to be made. Could be. Just to let you know, if we do get a nomad wave, I will go out there to try and get them in. But we're not going to care about merchants for like a year, possibly, while I get everything in order again. Why is this not being built? Need construction 1. We have definitely got people who can construct. Where are you? Where are you, constructors? Builders. We've got 20 people who can do this job. Why are none of them doing them? Damn it. Have we not got what we need? What do you need? Let's check. That is a stone cutter. A stone cutter needs a workbench and a chair. Oh, right. There's no chisels made. Okay. Good workbench. Should be making a chisel. Also have... Oh, right. Well, that should be any chisel, honestly. Not a granite chisel specifically. Right, so we need someone who can do masonry then. Where are our masons? Answer. Where are you? Breakfast item is sleeping. That is our only mason. Okay. So we're waiting on Breakfast Item to come down and sort that out. In the meanwhile, then, we can go ahead and set the storage area here. But let's just quickly check these crates. It's got nothing in there. That's cool. And this one, hopefully, only has... Oh, no, it's got cotton bandages. Damn it. And wool bandages. Damn it, they brought one of the crates from the hospital. You foolish gnomes. Why have you done this? Right, well, while you're doing that, we'll just go ahead and set up the next... Oh, no, that would be there. Now, this one is going to be huge. For a fair reason. Well, again, I could... See, the thing with rocks is they can store 64 of those on a tile. So it's even more so a case that we don't need an enormous stockpile for them. But we're going to do it. We'll make a stone cutter rocks. And we'll make this a priority 2. And we'll go for stone, raw stone this time. Should be only granite available. And then we'll have a 3 long overflow. Stone cutter overflow. And this one will be priority 9. And then the final one down here, which will be a 3x3, is just going to be a rock overflow. Any rocks that can't fit anywhere else will come here, and this will be a priority 15 stockpile, so they should come here last of all. Now that's done, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to adjust the stockpile priorities of this place. Let's remove, well, we'll remove raw stone and blocks. That'll give them something to do. And whilst we're up here, we'll go ahead and build some more bags. Got 16 bags left, so we'll build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the rest will be crates. Now it's quite interesting that if you go through the mouse menu down here, the left click menu, you can only place things one at a time, but if you do the right click menu, you can place enormous amounts of them. That's fine. We'll cancel this job. No, that's not cancel job. Because we don't have that spare barrel to build, so we'll put a bag there instead. And that should get everything up there that we can possibly fit up there. Now, these guys should be hauling all the rocks down, which is good times. It's already wow, it's already 22. That's actually kind of staggering. Right, the next thing we want to do then, we'll just check out what the stone cutter can do. Yep, blocks. It can make blocks. And we can currently store 128 blocks. So, let's tell the stone cutter to make blocks. Out of any stone. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if I give him a priority like this. If I just tell him to keep 128 blocks in the fort at any one time. Really doesn't matter at all whether I do that or not. And I may as well. He will do his job, because it's the same person who does all these 3 jobs. That person will do these jobs before defaulting to this one. So the only time they'll really do this is if they haven't got anything to do in these 2 locations, or they run out of materials, in which case they need to do this before they can do these ones. But even then, I am wondering, do I need 128 blocks available at any one time? I guess it is kind of useful, especially since I build things with blocks, like the carvings and things. So I guess it does have its uses. So we'll leave that. Now the next thing we want to build is the next item which we're going to require for our raw materials is a sawmill. But that's going to require a saw blade. 1 chair, 1 workbench, 1 saw blade. So we'll move that around. Space there. And we'll get to making a saw blade. Now, you will have noticed you cannot make a saw blade here. You can only make a chisel. Which points in the direction of building the stone mason first. Out of all of the construction things, like I've kind of done it a bit arse backwards here because I thought it was a stone carver that would be able to make the sort of like materials like chisels and saw blades and things like that. But no, it wasn't. But these guys can make chisels. In fact, they can make chairs as well. They cannot make workbenches though. So, although I could get rid of these guys now for the chairs and the chisels, because I can make them elsewhere, I still need them around for the workbenches. So, we want one saw blade, please. Just one, though. I'm not going to put that on repeat. At least I don't think I will. Maybe I will at some point. In fact, I definitely will have a chisel made on repeat. And I suppose I should have a saw blade on repeat. I might want to build something else later, and if I just happen to have the stuff lying around, that's probably going to be useful for me. But I'm definitely going to need chisels, I think. So we've got the workbench there. We've already got chairs lying around. So we just need the saw blade now. And once we've got that, we can start construction. There we are. It's a circular saw blade by the looks of it. How very dangerous. Now, whilst you're hauling all of that over here, let's go ahead and designate a new storage area. Now, we've got 3 different types of logs here, so we are going to do this. Because I do use different types of logs for different things. So, this will be sawmill, pine, no, birch, no, apple. Apple comes first. A for apple. And we'll make that a priority 2. And we will make this wood, log, applewood. And... oh, well, actually, saying that, I really should possibly increase these. No, that should be fine. Right, so we've got that. I was just thinking in the back of my head that the whole point of having the raw resources in the larger stockpiles is because I'll just gather them over time. So maybe I should have extended this out just to use up all the space. But the reason why I'm doing it this way is for the priorities. I'll only have 1 pile of stone on a priority 2. And 3 piles of stone on a priority 9. So rather than having 3 on a priority 2, which doesn't make any sense. I really don't need that much stone stockpiled as a priority. So we'll have 1 stockpile for applewood there. Does that say applewood or does it say apple? Applewood. Okay. We'll also have 1 for sawmill birch. And then finally the pine. So we'll set this to logs, birch, and pine, wood, logs, pine. And again, we'll set these up. Birch next. And the third one will just be for anything. With the primary and then the overflow, I think, you know, if they've managed to fill those up, then it really doesn't matter what I'm storing because I'm going to have so much of the other stuff just lying around that it really doesn't matter if I just fill the rest of it with birch because I'm going to have ample amounts of pine and applewood to hand regardless. And there we go. Let's get that in. And pine. And finally just a sawmill wood overflow. At priority 15. And this one can just be any type, oh no, sorry, any type of log. Well, let's just make sure that's how this one's set up. Rocks overflow. That's stone cutter. Actually, I should change the name of this one to stone cutter rocks overflow. There we go. Let's try and remain consistent. And again, crates. All logs are stored in crates, so just fill this place up with crates, I guess. Yeah, may as well. Just fill it completely. Doesn't really matter to me too. Well, actually, I say that, and I really should make sure these are pine crates, simply because they are the most likely not to hold anything yet. So we'll grab the pine crates and cart them up there. Though, having said that, the only crates that are around right now are the ones that are down here. So, ironically, they're becoming the ones most likely to have something. So, the next thing we want to build. This one will just produce planks. That's fine. And it's fine for it to be on a 5... Oh, efficiency 40%. What is that? Oh, right, I see. But that's fine. Now, the next two workshops we want are the carpenter and the wood carver. Carpenter more than anything. So we'll build the carpenter here. And then the wood carver next. We will build there. Now we'll just wait for these guys to go and haul stuff off. And one thing that is going to happen now as a result of all of this is there are going to be dozens of jobs again for people to haul stuff out of the places that they're currently at. So, whereas previously they'd actually started to manage to get the crates empty of the stuff that they weren't meant to hold, I'm now undoing a lot of that work, unfortunately. Like, this one is full of yak bones and skulls. Never mind, we will be making things out of that, I'm sure. Going to be making homes for the dead out of bone. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to update so badly, is I could make the catacombs out of bone. Bone walls, bone floors. It's going to be awesome. Statues. It's going to be amazing. But we've got to get there first. And it has generated all this extra work. But as I said, you will see. It will be worth it in the end. 1 or 2 more episodes of us getting everything back in order. And life will be grand. Now, the wood carver, what can you make? You only take 1 plank for each of these things. Oh no, 4 for... You can make wooden statues? Kind of awesome. But we're going to make you priority 4. Don't really need you for that much. And we are keeping 1 saw blade. On second thought, I am going to take that away. I'll keep the chisel, but I don't think we need... See, I either say we do, and I have to make 1 of everything, or I don't worry about it. I mean, a furnace takes 10 blocks. Maybe I should just make them as and when I need them, but the chisel is definitely something I'm going to need a lot of for a little while. And once I've built the carpenter, I imagine we are going to have pretty much everything we need in terms of replacing these. But I'm going to keep them, probably. Just keep them lying around, really. Right. What are you building at the moment? Oh, you've built another chisel, I see. That's kind of cool. And there we go, that's getting carted off. And hopefully soon that will be ready. Looks like you're making another chisel there. And someone is... Right, okay, they're taking all of those leather pieces up top. That's fine. Ah, carpenter's built. Right, okay, now, here we see what is required to make all of the new stuff. So we require bed frames. To make a 4-poster bed, well, sorry, a bed, you require a bed frame and a mattress. Bed frame is made from 4 planks. Same for 4-poster bed. By the looks of it, a door is made from 4 planks. You can make sticks now. Table is made of sticks and planks. A chair is made of planks. A dresser is made of planks. Cabinets, same. Differing amounts. Crate is made of 4 planks. Were they always made of only 4? I don't know. Remember now. Torches are made of sticks. That's interesting. We can now make workbenches here for 6 planks. We can make a loom. You can actually make a loom. Make a hilt, a haft, a bellows, a training dummy. Oh, wow. Crossbow stock. So they really are starting to diversify the items and where they all come from. And that is quite awesome. So the next thing we're going to do, I think, the next thing we want is... I think we're going to have... Let's have a think. The butchers don't really need anything. The corpses, yeah, you can store them down here, but I don't see the point. Because they're not going to be brought down there often. Like, with the animals, they'll go off and march the animal down here. You wouldn't store the animal down here. So I'm thinking we'll have our 2 butchers here. And then maybe 2 kitchens even. And a still. And then I can have a bone carver in the bone room. I think that'll work out a lot better. So let's build a kitchen next. That'll be our first stop. We're going to need a knife for this one. Now, how do we make a knife? I think the knife is made here. For a knife, I'm going to need a hilt, and I'm going to need a knife blade. So we're going to want a knife. And for this, I'm going to need 1 knife blade. Move that up. And I'm going to need a hilt, so please be with the making of hilts. Where are the hilts? Hilt. Requires 1 stick, so I'm going to need to make some sticks first, so go ahead and make some sticks, I guess. I am starting to think that I might want to actually just make 1 of every tool available. Actually, I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll let those ones get made, but we're going to have a saw blade, a knife blade at any one time, a knife. I won't do these ones yet because they seem incredibly specialized. I'll wait until I actually encounter whatever it is that they need to be made for. But you, let's get you to make what I need. Right, we're going to need a stick. I think that's a given. So always have 1 stick. We're not going to worry about those things yet. We always want at least 1 workbench, though. We want 1 workbench at any one time. And we want a hilt at any one time. So that should be good. And at this point, I don't think these guys really need to be doing anything for us. So I can just go ahead and take them off. We'll take them down completely. We do not need you to be doing anything anymore. Now, to make stone chairs or wooden chairs? That is the question. I think we'll tell you to make wooden chairs, because wood is a renewable resource at the end of the day. So we want at least 1 chair as well. Oh, wait, I don't particularly want it to be a birch chair. Just make a chair. No. Craft to 1. And there we go. These 2 are no longer needed, but we are going to keep them around. If at some later point I decide that I want some more carvers, or I don't know, the actual carpenter or the stonemason, then I may replace them in those locations. But for now, these will be backups, and they'll just sit there. I don't see any reason to worry too much about that for now. Next, well, actually, that looks like it's coming up to the 30-minute mark. So we've got our construction industry finished in this episode. In the next episode, I will have designated some stockpiles for these 2, just containing planks, and set up a repeat order for planks in the carpenter. In the next episode, then, we will actually flesh out our food industry, food and drink. And that should take us a good way of the way to getting our fort back up and running, I think. Yep. So, On the 12th day of winter, we are back to roughly where we were right at the beginning of Spider Slaughter, but with significantly larger stocks of materials, I suppose. Wow, 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 wow. What happened there? Why is there so much blood? Why? Why is there blood everywhere? I don't like this. Tell me. Mant vs. E. What? There can't possibly be an... Okay, an emu was up on the walls. I imagine that's what it was. Crazy fools. That's all I have to say. Stupid emus. And the man probably just took a massive chunk out of it while it was stood there. That's fine. Crisis averted. Or rather, there was no crisis to begin with. But in the next episode then, we will continue with rebuilding our fort. Hopefully, it will start getting a little bit more speed behind us, a little bit more momentum. Don't worry, it won't be too much longer, and we will be back to the Spider Slaughter we all know and love. But until then, do take care.